Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as this post and as long as it is Chelsea related, right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your very host Abu KALS. I'm definitely dedicated to bring to you the latest trade as it comes in. You definitely know that we are in the transfer season, and we are definitely talking about transfers. We've got two great deals to talk about. We've got CAICEDO to talk about. We've also got Mohamed KUDUS to talk about. A lot is happening with the club Chelsea, and I must say Chelsea is doing on quite well with a brilliant performance on a number of games that have been played. Chelsea is still saying that it's looking to improve the squad. Mauricio Pochettino, the current manager of Chelsea, is looking at making the squad even much better than it already is. It will be remembered that Chelsea beat Wrexham, and that was some time ago. That was 5-0, and also beat Brighton 4-3, and recently drew with Newcastle United 1-1. And definitely that shows you that there is quite big improvement in the club. I remember recently before Chelsea was very hard to win a game, quite hard to win any game. It was a bit complicated, but no longer the thing. Is definitely not the same again. So the club Chelsea has improved. I must say we can definitely realize that things are going on quite well and in the right direction. So we're going to be talking about a few football players, and let's get the party rolling. Let's get the party started. Let's start with CAICEDO. Let's talk about CAICEDO. Well, remember that CAICEDO is an Ecuadorian professional football player who also plays as a defensive midfielder for Premier League club Brighton and Hove, and he's regarded as the best defensive midfielder in the Premier League. So a lot has happened when we talk about this transfer. Really, a lot has happened. Chelsea has had 3 bids rejected. The first bid being £60 million, the second bid being £70 million, and the third bid being £80 million. Was it 80? Did I mention 80? £80 million. 80. 80. 0. 80. £80 million. Let me say it that way. It sounds crazy. Loads and loads of money in the club Brighton and Hove rejected the bid from the club Chelsea that was worth £80 million. And Brighton and Hove comes up and says they need £100 million. And really, it's a bit challenging because the club Chelsea wants the football player. And at this moment in time, the football player is saying he wants a move away from the club Brighton and Hove, and it's reportedly said that he's already told Brighton and Hove that he's not going to stay at the club whatsoever, and that gives Chelsea an upper hand. The fact the football player is not willing to stay at the club Brighton and Hove, and also Chelsea is preparing fourth bid. Chelsea's putting up a 4th bid that is said to be in a region of 85 to 90 million pounds. That's crazy. Loads and loads of money. Chelsea's not giving up on the football players they definitely want. FFP rules shouldn't be a thing to get worried about because Chelsea already sold big football players, and it's got quite a bit of money in the bank. So Mauricio Pochettino emphasized that he needs the football player, and Todd Bowley has no problem whatsoever with him having the football player. So we're going to be seeing the club Chelsea really putting in the 4th bid, as we definitely know that when it comes to transfers, Todd Bowley really puts in a bit of cash, big money. So let's hope everything goes on quite well for the club Chelsea, and the potential move of the football player CAICEDO, who is very much interested in playing for the club Chelsea, but Brighton and Hove is for some reason holding him back with that £100 million transfer deal. a price tag of £100 million. I mean, that's what was put on the football player. But let's not forget that it can be a bit tricky, you know. Why if Chelsea says they're not signing the football player, and I do not see quite a big number of clubs honestly paying £100 million for Moses CAICEDO, despite the fact that he's a big one, great football player, but it's something any club would fast look into. Anyway, let's hope everything goes on quite well as the club Chelsea is looking to seal this deal, and let's hope it will go on quite well and as a planned. Let's talk about yet another football player, and we're going to be talking about the Ghanaian international football player who also plays for the Eredivisie side. The club is called Ajax. You will remember that Mohamed KUDUS has been linked to the club Chelsea, and at this moment in time, Chelsea is in advanced stages of signing the football player. But just as Chelsea advanced, we've got a new boy in town trying to sign the football player, and that's Manchester United. Manchester United has been quite silent about the about the Mohamed KUDUS deal, and it comes out that for some reason Manchester United at this point in time is interested in the football player. But Erik ten Hag, the manager of Manchester United, managed Mohamed KUDUS some time ago, and it wasn't the best of moments there. Anyway, they won, but after that, it's been a bit. The relationship has not been the best, but it's a bit tricky now because he managed him, and he's saying that he wants him. But at the end of the day, it's not wishes that work; it's money that talks. So if the club Chelsea is willing to put in the money, then everything will definitely go on quite well and as planned for the club Chelsea, because £40 million is what the club definitely wants. Ajax Amsterdam saying that they need £40 million. Chelsea saying they can pay £35 million. That's also quite great, somewhere to start from, but let's hope everything runs quite well. But from different sources, we definitely got to know that it's going to be very quick and quicker than anticipated. It will be put to note that some of the football players who've already arrived at the club Chelsea and played, they have already impressed. Looking at Nicholas Jackson, he's played quite well, a very brilliant football player, very wonderful football player. Looking at Mikhail Mudryk, who came in and was in the general transfer window, also plays quite well. Enzo Fernandez also very well. I mean, all these young superstars, and the ones who've just been got recently also, the likes of Nicholas Jackson and Christopher Nkunku. Very brilliant football players. The signings are definitely right. Then there is a young, interesting talent called Angelo Gabriel, who is also a very wonderful football player and is one to watch. So let's hope everything keeps on moving on quite well for the club Chelsea, as Chelsea is trying to make sure that it can get more football players, and deals are definitely on, and we hope things keep on moving on quite well for the club Chelsea. And Mauricio Pochettino is looking at rebuilding the club Chelsea and taking Chelsea to yet another level. You can let us know what you definitely think about these transfers, whether you think the shopping is right, whether you think the football players are definitely the right players to be at the club Chelsea, as Chelsea is saying that they want to get almost every player by the end of the transfer season. They want to get every desired football player they want, and that's quite good news to all Chelsea fans. Otherwise, thank you for being part of the Chelsea chapter, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you, as long as this posts and as long as it is Chelsea related. Right about here at the Chelsea chapter with me, your very host, Abu KALS, as I tell thank you and goodbye for now.